Hi everyone, welcome back to your Wednesday minisode, back in the comfort zone. We're in two different comfort zones again, sadly.
It's a running theme.
Yeah, it's been busy. What can we say? Always say the same thing. So let's just not talk about that because it's becoming monotonous. That's my new favourite word. Monotonous.
Is that how
Do you like it?
your life's feeling at the moment?
Yeah. Feels monotonous. Feels like a big word.
I
Proud of myself
love
to
the
know what
word
that means.
monotonous.
Monotonous. It's like monotone, isn't it? Which just means the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, new word of the day, monotonous. Try and use it in one sentence. That's your challenge. Challenge of the day. We need a quote of the app. I'm going to put
Oh
you
my
on the spot.
gosh, we haven't done quote of the ep for so long.
I know. Are you going to think
Wow.
of one or shall I think of one?
I've got a quote.
Go.
Your body is the least interesting thing about you.
Love that. Say it louder, scream it from the rooftops.
Your body.
Everyone just is cringing from the loud noises there.
Yeah, I just popped everyone's eardrums. In this week's minisode, we are going to be talking about weight gain and about how to cope with seeing your body change, but also how to stay consistent with weight gain in a world that is constantly at the moment, is constantly talking about skinniness, which I always say, and we always say, society treats body types as trends. And just because right now everyone's saying like, oh my gosh, skinny is so in, like remember that a year or two ago it was BBLs, it was skinny waists, curvy thighs, curvy hip, it goes in cycles, it goes in trends. So just wanted to put
it's
that
so
out
hard.
there.
Yeah, no, it's so hard to realise that when you're in the moment as well, because you forget how prominent that was.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the moment, well, what, 5 years ago? I don't know. My concept of time is not in the room right now. But
No, same.
but that's what was all over social media, and it feels like the Kardashians dictate that. Actually, I'm gonna say it.
No,
I feel like as soon as
agree.
Kim Kardashian changes and gets like 10 new surgeries, everyone's like, I need to look like her.
Yeah, but they're not millionaires, so they don't have the money for the surgery, so they think that they have to do it in the ways that the Kardashians claim they've done it, which isn't through surgery, but through
No.
We've said all of this 100 times probably.
Yeah,
but
they've actually come out about it now though, and said all of the work that they've had done. I don't know what it is specifically because I haven't read it, but they've actually said like, I've had this done, I've had this done, I've had this done.
Okay, well I respect that.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah,
It's taken them long enough.
it's a shame they didn't do it 10 years ago, but
yeah, just ruined the self-esteem of millions of young girls. But it's fine. Do you know what? It's fine.
Forgiven.
Accountability. No, not forgiven, actually.
We live
Or
and we
forgotten.
learn. Not forgiven, not forgotten. Okay.
No.
Before we were recording this episode, we were talking about the fact that I have actually started speaking about the fact that I do want to gain a bit of weight at the moment. And if you haven't watched my YouTube, then I will just say the kind of TLDR.
What does that mean?
Too long didn't read. For people that probably are a bit confused. I obviously have a history of anorexia. I feel completely fine with that now. I feel like my relationship with food is completely fine. But I went on ADHD medication last year or the year before. Actually, it was 2024. Oh my God, that was like 2 years ago.
2024 sounds old.
Yeah, I know. It sounds like ages ago now. But I went on ADHD medication, on stimulant ADHD medication, which is not recommended for people with eating disorders, but that wasn't really something that the people prescribing it to me paid attention to. And it completely killed my appetite. Like, I felt sick all the time. I just didn't fancy anything. And even after coming off that medication, I don't feel like my appetite fixed itself. And I find that with my ADHD, I get very swept away in the day and I lose track of time. And that can actually mean, because I'm now not thinking about food all the time like I used to be, I actually genuinely forget to eat. And then I end up really hungry and then I end up feeling sick again. So also, obviously, I feel like my body changed and I noticed that I'd lost some weight. I don't really weigh myself, whatever, but I did notice that I'd lost some weight. And actually, I felt bad about myself. Like, I feel like at the moment when I look at myself, although I am a healthy weight and no medical professional has told me to gain weight, so it's not like I'm at risk or anything, but just from looking at myself, I feel like I'd feel a bit more confident and I'd look a bit more like the way I think I should look, as in what I think my set point and where I think my body naturally sits is. I think I'd look more like that, and I think I'd feel better about myself if I gained a bit of weight. So I'm currently trying to gain some weight, and that is a very interesting thing to be doing at a time when skinny talk is rife and everyone is talking about getting skinny and how being slim is so important and yada yada. So
Yeah, part of me just then was like, oh, I'm so proud of you for speaking up about something that might feel so uncomfortable right now. But also, yeah, I am proud of you because it is like a big thing to come out about. Well, not big, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like for someone to come out and say, yeah, I'm going to work on putting weight on it in a world that's so focused on becoming smaller can be scary because people might read it the wrong way, especially if they're not kind of aware of you and your background and your journey. But also it's not something that we should actually be that proud of because it should be normal. Like we shouldn't be normalizing losing weight so much that gaining weight is a taboo.
Yeah.
So it actually shouldn't be. Yeah, it shouldn't be a scary thing, but I understand that it is because it's just not talked about a lot. But I think it's going to be really helpful for everyone to see like what you're going to do and what your journey is, because a lot of people can relate to that. And yeah, it can feel like a really scary thing to commit to because it's been ingrained in us since we were literally born that it's wrong.
Yeah.
And it's not wrong. So what are you going to do? What
are you going to do?
What are you going to do about it?
So I made a video in December, and then what my plan was then was like, I am not going to track anything. I'm not going to track calories. I'm not going to track my weight. I'm not going to track what I'm eating. I'm just going to consciously make an effort to eat more, which is obviously a great idea, but my brain doesn't actually really work like that, I realized. So I made it like the main focus of my day, like 2 days in a row, and like made a real conscious effort to like think about meal times and think about how often I was eating. And then life got busy again. And because I wasn't really holding myself very accountable, I just sort of went back to eating the same way, which, by the way I was eating was not restrictive or under eating particularly. I just think it wasn't what my natural appetite is. So at the start of this week, I actually had a bit of a word with myself, and I was like, girl,
you are being naughty. That what even
you
accent
are
was that?
being naughty. That was like Shrek. But yeah, I just sort of thought like I do actually want to gain a bit of weight, and that is actually going to take a bit more consistency and a bit more effort. So I have started, and I don't know, I'm saying this because I think maybe it would work for someone else who's in a similar position, or somebody who doesn't want to track calories or use one of those apps that, you know, tracks everything you eat. I've just started writing in my notes app what I've had in a day, because then I can see and look back, and in the evening, if I think, oh, maybe my lunch was a bit small, or maybe I didn't snack in the morning or whatever, then in the evening I can kind of make up for it a bit. Whereas before I'd just sort of forget what I'd eaten throughout the day. So I've just started writing in my notes app what I've eaten so that I make sure that I am getting in more than I was, if you know what I mean. And also I haven't been weighing myself. I don't have scales in my house for obvious reasons. But my boyfriend does have scales at his, and I probably go there once every couple of weeks. So I'm just going to weigh myself at his. A big tip, I feel like people who haven't ever been in eating disorder services seem to think that it's a good idea to weigh themselves every day, whether they're trying to lose weight or gain weight. You cannot get a reliable picture of what your body is doing from weighing yourself every day, because your body fluctuates so much, especially as women. Like, I might weigh 2 kilos more when I'm about to come on my period because of fluid retention, because of all these different things, because I haven't been for a poop. And that's just how it is.
That's normal.
That is just normal. But that doesn't mean that your body's actually gained weight. And if you're going based off it every day and you weigh yourself in the morning and you think, oh my God, I gained 2 kilos overnight, then suddenly you're going to be like, oh, maybe I don't need to eat as much. Like, that is not an accurate picture. Weigh yourself as little as you can and go based off how maybe your clothes feel or how you feel in yourself, energy levels, not like body checking.
I love energy levels as a marker for knowing how much or when you should eat.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's actually quite hard to know when you're hungry and when you're not. And I always say, like, eat whenever you're thinking about food, because obviously you're thinking about food for a reason. But I love the idea of going off of energy levels. And when I'm tired, and like say I hit that 4 p.m. slump, that's actually my least favorite part of the day. I hate 3 to 5 p.m.
Yeah,
I hate
same.
it so much.
I'm always so
like I
tired.
actually want to skip through it. Yeah, I hate it because it's like it feels like you can't do anything with your day because it's coming to an end, so you can't start anything. But you're tired, but it's just a drag to get to the evening. Yeah. Anyway, hate that part of the day. But at that part of the day when I hit that tiredness where you feel like you can't move and you feel like everything's just taking you twice as long as it did in the morning, you think like, oh, going to bed, having a nap would be the answer. As soon as I have dinner, I feel so much better because my energy levels were low because I was actually hungry, needed more fuel, and your brain needs just as much fuel as your body, if not more. I think I'm not going to get the facts and figures right, but I think it's like something 80-90% of your energy goes to your brain. Like that's how much energy your brain uses in comparison to your whole body, like to make your heart beat, to make your lungs breathe, to make all the little cells go around your body. That uses energy.
I actually have no idea, but I do know that it takes a lot.
I want to Google it. I'm going to Google it.
Google it, queen.
You carry on talking.
But yeah, we don't realise how much our bodies need fuel. Like there is so much happening in your body at all times just to keep you alive. You absolutely need to be fueling yourself. Even if you're sat down all day, your body is still making your heart pump, your lungs breathe, your blood flow around your body, like making your circulation go to the right places, making your skin not completely dry out and shrink. Like there is so much happening all of the time that you need to fuel your body regardless. But yeah.
This says here 20%. So
I think it's 80%.
Majorly wrong. But still, 20% is a lot. And then it says, well, there's different sources. So one says 20% of your body's energy goes to your brain. And then one says most energy, around 75%, goes to maintaining basic like body functions. So that's quite a lot.
That is a lot.
Yeah.
And I mean, your
brain is a powerhouse.
It is. The brain.
But thinking about brains kind of freaks me out.
Yeah. Do you know what freaks me out? And I said this the other day to someone, and I can't remember who it was, but that doesn't matter.
I want to know who. Tell me.
I know. Like, why did I think that was relevant? The fact that you think that your skeleton is inside you, but you are inside your skeleton because you are your brain.
What?
So, like, we always think of, like, we have skeletons inside us, don't we?
Yeah, yeah.
But we are our brains, so you're inside a skeleton.
No.
I know, it makes me feel claustrophobic.
Mind blown. Yeah. Do you know what? I always used to, I have like a vivid memory of when I was sitting on my bed when I was younger, and I would look at my hands and be like, why am I me? Like, why am I not like a cow? Why am I not like a sheep? Like, why am I a human? And it was the weirdest feeling ever. It made my head like spin.
You remember gaining consciousness as a child?
Yeah, no, literally. I remember I was sat on, because I had like a cabin bed with like a desk underneath. It was actually really cool. It was really, really cool. I think my dad built it. Anyway, so I was sat on the top bunk and I was just sat there like this, like intensely looking at like my fingerprints and being like, why am I me? Like, what makes me me?
Yeah,
that was a really pivotal moment in my life.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I still do that. If I look in the mirror, I'm like,
who am
I? That is me. And I'll literally stand there and I'll just be staring like that is actually me. And like, I will never be able to see myself in the way that everybody else sees me, because everybody sees me differently, because I've spent so much time in my life looking at myself that I probably perceive myself completely differently. But like, that is me.
Yeah.
It's so jarring.
Yeah, I know. I can't think about it because it does make me go a bit like...
Anyway,
my brain just...
We've got so off topic, and this is a minisode, so we actually don't have that much time.
Weight gain? Who am I? I don't know.
Weight gain. I used to stare at my hands and just think, why am I here?
Who am I?
Shall we give some tips?
Having an existential crisis. Yes, let's give some tips.
So, first tip, which is probably an obvious one, and I think we might have even mentioned this in the last episode, but stop body checking. And that, I know that's easier said than done, but one of the main things that I did when I was gaining weight initially, which was so hard and so scary, and made me quite obsessed with how my body looked because I knew it was changing. Get rid of your mirror or cover your mirror up. Even if you just stick sheets of paper over your mirror so that you don't have to look at yourself constantly, because it's that walking past a mirror and just having that thing to check in is so unhelpful.
Even if you do it subconsciously and you think you don't, you probably are.
Yeah.
So yeah, that I've done that recently, and I feel like that's made a huge difference, even though I'm not really self-conscious, or yeah, I'm never body checked, but it has really helped just not being able to see myself all the time.
Yeah.
And worry about how I'm being perceived. I would say, which we've already said in this episode, but listen to your mind, not your body. Not in like a literal sense, and not in like my mind's telling me to starve myself, so I'm gonna starve myself. Not like that. More like if you're thinking about food, you can eat the food. Mental hunger is real.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and if you're feeling low energy, grab a snack, because I'm telling you, it will make all the difference.
Yeah, you don't have to have hunger signals to deserve to eat. You deserve to eat regardless. And if there's something that you really fancy but your stomach's not rumbling, your body is still hungry because your brain is sending you a hunger signal. Like, that is valid.
Yeah. We are built to eat, to sustain ourselves, and to move and to live.
Yeah.
Like, you weren't put on this planet to just not eat.
No.
That sounds like me. That's like such a thing that like a therapist would say, like, have a bath and just eat.
Have a bath, just eat. So my main tip for weight gain is just eat.
Just eat. It's actually not that hard. Like, just eat. No, that's obviously sarcastic.
Yeah. I think everyone will know that. Another tip, which obviously is similar to what I said at the beginning of the episode, but find ways to hold yourself accountable that aren't trackable and something that you can obsess over. Like, I know that I can't find a way to make it unhealthy that I'm writing in my notes app what I've eaten. Like, that is purely so that I have an organised log of what I've eaten, so that I know, oh no, I actually have eaten enough to put on some weight today, or I actually have eaten more than my body's baseline today. Because if I was tracking calories, I would get obsessed with it, and I'd start thinking like, I have to hit this exact number every day. Well, I probably wouldn't start thinking that anymore, but I know I would have in the past. So
it's not worth the risk.
No, not at all. But just find a way to make it
fun.
Make it fun and hold yourself accountable. And actually, I am finding it kind of fun, because I've just been like, I've been trying to eat, because I don't have much of an appetite a lot of the time. I've been trying to eat more calorie dense foods, which actually tend to be like, I'm just drinking a lot of M&S does this really bougie Belgian chocolate milk. And it's the sort of thing that I'd never buy because it's like really expensive, and I just wouldn't buy it. But I'm like, well, that's going to get some extra nutrition in me, so I'll be drinking that.
I love that.
Yeah. Maybe you can use it as an opportunity to treat yourself, which I know if you're in recovery and food doesn't feel like a treat, that will probably not make sense. But actually, in my recovery, I did try and make it fun, and I did lots of challenges that would kind of help me find the fun in food again. And, you know, things like eating my childhood favourites, or only eating my favourite foods for a day. Like, set yourself challenges. No one has to tell you to do the challenge, by the way. Like, your recovery is your recovery, and it's all about challenging yourself. So don't wait for like your mum or dad or friend to say, well, why don't you do this? Like, you take control. You deserve to do it. Your recovery is yours.
Yes. I'm going to ask you one question to end the episode, and hopefully everyone can answer this question below. What's your favourite childhood food? Like, if you think about your childhood, what's the first thing that you think about food-wise?
Chicken korma.
Chicken korma?
Yeah. And it's still one of my favourite foods now. And garlic bread. Not together, separately.
Is there any like specific snack that like they maybe don't even make anymore?
You
know those cupcakes with the chocolate on top?
Oh yeah.
Those. Do you know what mine is? This might be really rogue. They used to do crispy pancakes with mince inside. Have you ever heard of them?
What? Mince? Like beef mince?
They had like beef mince in like a gravy. And they were inside a pancake, and the pancake was like covered in breadcrumbs. And they were in the frozen section. You used to put them in the oven. I used to have them with like chips.
I have never heard of that in my life.
I'm going to send you a picture after.
That sounds insane. I don't know how I feel about that kind of way.
I wonder if they still make them. I'd love to try one again. I remember them being really good.
I know you can still buy them, but I used to love frozen frubes.
Ooh. Can you not just put frubes in the freezer?
Yeah, you can. That's what I meant by frozen frubes. I used to just like love having them as like an ice cream when I was a kid.
Froyo.
I actually invented froyo.
You were the day one.
Well,
Anyway.
I feel that summarises this episode quite nicely.
Yeah, I think we're ending on a wholesome vibe.
Yes, and
Healing our inner child, one snack at a time.
yeah, you deserve to gain weight. You deserve to look after your body and let your body do its thing.
Yeah, let it be. Don't try and control things that shouldn't be controlled.
100%. Or
in life as well, guys. In life as well.
Do try and take back control. However you want to look at it.
Maybe you do that.
Well, no, don't try and control things that shouldn't be controlled. But also, if you're like me and you need to take back a bit of control, then
go for it.
Go for it, queens.
Yeah, we love you.
We love you. We'll see you on Sunday.
Bye.
Bye.